This is true. Lovecraft absolutely describes Cthulhu in detail for any reader who reads The Call of Cthulhu without care. Let's first read the main description in the story as Lovecraft wrote it. If I say that my somewhat extravagant imagination yielded simultaneous pictures of an octopus, a dragon, and a human caricature, I shall not be unfaithful to the spirit of the thing. A pulpy, tentacled head surmounted a grotesque and scaly body with rudimentary wings, but it was the general outline of the whole which made it most shockingly frightful. So here we have to understand the language Lovecraft uses. As a writer, he was obsessed with writing about the unknown and the unaimable, which is a difficult thing to do, in words. So one of the tricks he used is to undercut the certainty of his own prose, like in this snippet. If his somewhat extravagant imagination is to be trusted, the it shall not be unfaithful to the spirit of the thing he describes. So his description is at best not unfaithful to the spirit of the thing because he can't describe the physical thing itself. And after that he even goes, nope, that wasn't the scary part, it was the general outline of the whole thing that made it scary. These are literary ways to undercut the descriptions, to have the narrator be at a loss of words trying to describe the thing. But what thing are they describing? It's not Cthulhu. It's a small sculpture, a bas-relief that an artist makes based on a dream of Cthulhu. In the story, the narrator's loss of words, the artist's rendition, and the dream are all abstractions that obscure the real Cthulhu and makes it possible for the reader to imagine something of a simplified symbol of Cthulhu. When Lovecraft writes actual first-hand descriptions of Cthulhu, the language becomes less direct. We get some details confirming parts of the sculpture, such as the awful squid head with writhing feelers. But mostly we get things like 3 men were swept up by the flabby claws. Flabby claws? Great Cthulhu slid greasily into the water. Greasily? The pursuing jelly which rose above the unclean froth like the stern of a demon galleon. And this is part of the genius of Lovecraft as a writer, how he forces the careful reader to doubt their own imagination. And in the stories that came after Call of Cthulhu, he found new and even greater ways to do this. Unfortunately, for the careless reader, it reads like Gothic horror, which it simply is not. And this is why we can have a clear image of what the symbol of Cthulhu looks like, yet the fullest and best description of Cthulhu in the tale is still the immortal line, "A mountain walked or stumbled."